Good afternoon. On behalf of Family Services, we would like to welcome you to our applicant information meeting for March 2021. What is Habitat for Humanity? What is our mission? What is our history? Why do we build homes? What is our track record in construction, homeowner services, and the community? Can you trust Habitat for Humanity? So our mission is to build simple, decent homes. We started off in 1989. We have about 30 years in the mission for this local chapter of Habitat for Humanity. We are an international nonprofit focused on housing and affordability. Um, we build homes because we know that home ownership is the key to sustainability for families. We also know that it will uh, give working families an opportunity to hold and achieve the American dream. And just from our track record, we've seen that with the stability of home comes so much more entrepreneurship, starting your own business, going to school, parents going back to school, and basically just income growth. We find that the folks that take advantage of our 0% mortgage, they tend to do well in life. They tend to have opportunities open to them, and it's all about what you put in. So we, in terms of our track record, our construction and homeowner services, all of our staff is very much in the loop. We love the mission. We've been voted a best place to work. You'll find that everyone who works for Habitat loves their job. They love what they do. We include not just necessarily building new homes, but we also do repairs for veterans, vulnerable populations, those with limited mobility, and the elderly. We also, in the past 5 years, have done more regarding to blighted properties, where we're about a good 40-60% split between new construction at the 60 and 40% being rehabs. So definitely, we're a well-rounded organization. We also have our Restore, which is located in Bloomfield off of Cottage Grove Road, as well as some of the other programs that we offer, including our Financial Freedom Center, which offers workshops on financial preparedness and managing budgeting money. So can you trust Habitat for Humanity? I can say yes, you can trust Habitat for Humanity, primarily because our heart is in it. We have more than 30 years in the game. We we love what we do. And at the end and the beginning, we always want our homeowners to succeed. And we will work with you closely with you to get you to that point of success. The application process. Prior to COVID, is normally a 3-phase process where it means including focused on ability to pay. Can you make it? Do you make enough money? What does your credit look like? What does your spending look like? What is your payment history with your landlord? That's what we focus on for ability to pay. Normally, we would offer willingness to partner. You spend a day on the work site, you experience sweat equity. You will be required to do 150 hours of sweat equity in order to progress through the program. Need assessment, we come to your home, we visit to verify that what you put on the application is actually what it is. So this is normally the process during pre-COVID, but because of COVID, that's not our process. So due to COVID, this selection process will focus 100% on ability to pay and whether or not you can afford to pay it. So we're looking at your strong payment history. We want to make sure that you don't have any collection accounts. We will look at rental payment history, and we want to make sure that you have consistent employment history. The reality is that, this isn't an apartment, this is a mortgage application. So it's the level of review is higher than what you would find for an apartment or a car. The relationship is a 30-year mortgage. So we're definitely going to be looking through financials to make sure that you can afford it. And due to COVID, we unfortunately can't go on the work site or cannot do home visits, but we are going to really be fine tuning that application to look for your ability to pay, and from that application, look for the need that you're presenting to the committee. First phase of financial screening. So like I said, this application will definitely look at your credit. So make sure that you provide payment history, you provide your pay stubs, you provide your income tax, you provide everything that's on the pre-application form so that we can get a very clean snapshot of where you are financially. We ask that you deliver everything that's in the financial section of the application so that we don't have to constantly go back and forth with you about dropping off material or getting stuff to us. Because of COVID, everything will be handled by mail or virtually or electronically. So it's very, very critical that you make sure that you have everything that we request in that packet. And what we're looking for is, do you have enough income? Have you been working at your job for at least 2 years? Is the income steady? Can you afford the property? Basically, if you are married, we're going to look at both incomes. If you're not married, we're going to look at your income and whoever is on the mortgage that's going to provide that housing number. So definitely want to make sure that you're making at least, $36,000 to $38,000 a year. In regards to credit, we want to make sure that your debt to income ratio is not over the 41%. So we allow for 29% of your income to go towards housing. That would be your mortgage, your interest, no interest, but your mortgage, your payment, your insurance, and your escrow. So we want to make sure that you can afford the mortgage, the 0% mortgage that we're offering from Habitat. And then we're looking to see what is your spending habits. Do you have money left over at the end of the month? In most cases, people don't. We understand that. But we also want to make sure that you have a record of paying your bills and that you don't have, charge-offs and derogatory stuff floating all over the place. So this is the most critical aspect of the application, is making sure that your pay stubs and everything that we ask for in the pre-application is provided. So this is a timeline of what it looks like if you are qualified and financially qualified and what the program requirements are. So the first step is you're going to come to an AIM meeting. This is where we are right here at the AIM meeting, financial screening. Once you hit that part, then we would actually have another session with those folks who qualify, and we would explain what sweat equity is, what the down payment is, and the requirements for education. Once you complete all of those three things, those three areas, we then refer your application to the CEO as well as for the board for approval. And once that approval is made, then we then do the final second financial screening for the designated properties. In the past, we used to allow people to indicate where they wanted to build or where they want their home to be. We found that we need to be more mindful of, making sure that families can afford the properties well in advance before they're offered. So although you will know basically what type of property you qualify for, whether that means a new build or rehab, you will know that up front. You will be able to tell us where you're willing to accept the property, but we will not designate a property to you at this point. So once you complete all of these three things, then you have another conversation with Family Services where we review everything, and then from there you go to the final approval. And then it will require another pre-screening about 60 days before closure, before it's time to go to the attorney and to close. We'll be prepping you, preparing you for closing, and then from there we get to the closing and the dedication. So usually by this time, this process right here is anywhere from 6 months to a year. And so be prepared that you're going to be spending the next 6 months to a year working with Habitat in preparation for your new home. What does the financial obligation for the program? The closing cost is shared between the affiliate, which is Habitat, which is Hartford Area Habitat for Humanity, and yourself. The down payment is $4,500. We allow you to do a monthly payment towards that lump sum payment. So it's not that you have to write a check for $4,500 immediately, but it's more so that every month you will put money towards that lump sum total of $4,500. That down payment is based on 3% of sales price. Most of our homes are appraising at anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000. In order for us to begin this process, you are required to do a credit and background check. That's $25 to $50. That will be required from your pre-app. So we will be looking for money orders preferred, no checks, money orders in the amount of $25 or $50, depending on the number of applicants on your application. So single folks, $25, married or families grouped together, $50. So what happens if you do not financially qualify and you need to work on credit? And so I say this, I don't want anyone to be discouraged And I do want to say this, that majority of our Habitat homeowners have gone through the process 2 and 3 times. Either they've been declined due to credit or due to debt or due to income or due to not wanting a particular property. But we do want you to understand that this is not a end all. If you do not qualify this round, we encourage you, again, we encourage you to reapply. Okay? So usually if someone, and I'll tell you about, usually about a good 40% of people do not qualify at the first review. But that does not mean it's the end. This is just the beginning. Amen. So the AIM meeting, you're here, you're doing it, albeit virtually. If you do not pass the financial screening, we will refer you to our Financial Freedom Center, which is actually at 780 Windsor Street. We're doing virtual classes. We will refer you to the center where you will be paired up to do different workshops to help you address certain areas of your credit. If you warrant it and you say yes, you can actually get a budget coach as well. But the key is that we're working with you. You will go through that process, work on credit, pay off some bills, get your household in order in terms of your financial household in order. And then from there, we would offer another review prior to the next AIM meeting if you have completed all the recommendations and paid certain bills up and look to qualify. So that's the process. So that's why I say do be encouraged. This is not a one shot deal. Like I said before, many Habitat homeowners have had to go through the program more than once or applied more than once. Okay. Where are we building? Throughout Hartford County. If you financially qualify, we will outline which properties you can afford. Habitat does not maintain a wait list. Just one more time, we do not maintain a wait list. And the primary reason is because it's for a mortgage. So, it requires a consistent current data point to say whether or not someone qualifies. And it can go from, not being in the program to being in the program. So if you do not make it this round, there is not a waiting list, but we encourage you to reapply. We do have some special opportunities for those who are veterans or those that have served in any branch of the military. We do have, I think, 1 or 2 multi-families that are available. So in this case, we're looking for extended family members who want to purchase a home together, which means that you would buy a 2-family home. One person would own one side, one person would own the other side, or one person would own one floor, another person would own the second floor. And that you would have one mortgage payment. But the beautiful thing about this is that one, you'll have a built-in support network. In most cases, some of these homes are a little bit larger, but it's more so for those folks who already fit well together and live well together. So when I say that, I'm referring to basically like we have some mother daughters, we have 2 sisters, we have some other extended family members who decided to purchase together, and it worked out really well. So these properties are available. If you're interested in those, we ask that you please apply and indicate that you are applying with someone else and put their name and put each other's name on the application so that the staff is aware that this is a joint application for a particular property. The rules. Please read the instruction on the application. I'm going to say it again. Please read the instructions on the application. It's very clear, it's very detailed, it's outlined. But please read the instructions on the application. In order to apply, you must submit the pre-application along with the required documents that's outlined on the website. You must mail them to Habitat. Our address is listed there. It's also on the application. It's also on our website. The completed application must include everything requested, as well as a money order for $25 or $50, depending on the number of people applying for the mortgage. Please remember that your application represents you. So make a good impression, which means no coffee stains, no food stains, no rumpled up raggedy papers. Make sure that it's clean paper, copied. We do not want any of your originals. We will not send back documents to you. So make sure that everything that you send to the office is not an original, but that you keep your own originals. Okay? I cannot stress this enough that we're looking at your applications by paper. So you want to make a great impression, just like you were going on an interview. and make our job easier. Everything you need is on the website. Every question that you will possibly have is on our website as well, a question and answer. But if you do have questions, feel free to call the office, 860-541-2208, extension 2210. That number again is 860-541-2208, extension 2210. And I think that's everything, so thank you.